Marfoogle News Entertainment, radicalizing his followers.
So in the next section, you're going to hear from Shauna, and you're going to hear a little bit about Hot Musket. That is going to take up a whole video in its own, but it's what is otherwise said in this video that I want you to listen to. In my very first video, and after that, I've um, found out so much, but more than anything, I realized the part that I played in all of the attacks on Shauna. And um, I've gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot of changes, and I know the parts that I played. There was so much. Even the little bit that I played was still too much. But in the middle, I don't know any of that. That you would have to go to his mods, but I don't think you'll get the truth out of any of them. But you're going to hear her talk about some of the attacks against her very briefly, but this is important for you to hear.
Great truther, smart lady. You guys will see right here. She is an Army veteran, Air Force veteran. She knows details of military and how it operates, and let's just say she knows the paperwork and what it's supposed to look like and whatnot, and she can figure stuff out. She's a very, very intelligent lady right here, and like I said, she has her opinion, I have my opinion. In my opinion, Marfoogle News made a complete fake news right here. He made a complete fake, created a story called Operation Hot Musket.
Yes, this again, guys, when people are trying to attack us, whether it be you or whether it be me or whether it be whoever, because I know these last videos that have been out and about in our own social media, circles or whatever, they were questioning insane things, saying defamatory comments. Again, this is why I want to put this on my small channel, in the news channel, because there are people trying to ruin our reputations. I am 100%, without a doubt, certain that this is what they're trying to do. Ruin the reputation before the truth comes out. And this is, again, something that I find despicable. I find that, people who are doing these kinds of things to, when people are defending me or defending other people who are trying to get the good word out, truth out. And again, I am not somebody who does this conspiracy theory. All I am trying to do is get the real facts out. And this is why I did tons and tons and tons of research on this. When all I'm trying to do is get the facts out, that's why, again, I've spent hours researching this. But when we have these communities out there who are all in it for a certain purpose, whether it be fame, glory, money, whatever it is, we have to be so careful and get our ducks in a row, especially with the politics that are surrounding us right now. I'm not wanting to speak defamatory comments, just truth. I am whistleblowing now because I know what's going on. I know that those people out there, whether it be the lapdog of whatever organization it is, are trying to destroy the reputation of those who are trying to get the truth out. Period. End of story. I know that's what's happening. I knew that was what's happening when you have to make 4 videos on me. Insult my mom, insult my family, insult my faith, insult everything, insult my Air Force career, and everything about me.
Yeah, and Shauna, I'm so sorry you have to go through this, Shauna, if you're watching this. I'm so sorry you have to deal with such a scumbag. Guys, anyone out there that don't know about this dude yet, because there's thousands of people that know what a fraud Marfoogle News is and what a liar and woman abuser he is. But come on, if you're one of these people that still think he's the truth and he's a real truther, look what he did to this lady. This lady is the one that made him. All right. Marfoogle was just a couple thousand subscriber channel. Okay, he begged Secure Team and gave him money to shout him out. He did that, and then Shauna blew his channel up. Shauna did all the technical stuff. This is before Dex, okay? So, and then he goes and says this stuff about her. You know what I mean? He got a history doing the same thing. He called Unirock a fake soldier. That Unirock was never a soldier. And Unirock exposed his fake ass too. And Unirock showed his DD-14 papers, all his stuff, his ID. You know, like, this dude, it's just funny how he has a pattern of doing the same things each time someone comes out about him. You know, I appreciate you for this, Shauna. You're a soldier, you're a warrior, and that's why I got your back, baby girl.
So what you're going to hear from Shauna are the attacks upon her and her family when she first left the channel. And as time would go by, and eventually all the mods stopped attacking her, and we thought it was all over and done, little did we know that Adam, Lex, and Dex would continue harassing her behind the scenes, telling her to kill herself. They had somebody put letters in everybody's envelopes, or in envelopes in everybody's mailbox, defaming her. They did a lot of things to this girl, and none of us know about it. But in this video, you're just hearing about what happened in the beginning. And hopefully I will have another video that shows or tells about what happened after all the mods thought the attacks were over. Well, they weren't over. Not by a long shot.
When you have to do that to somebody and not say one thing to back up anything, and you have to insult the people who are supporting me and defending me,
Right?
Because they know who I really am. They know that all I'm trying to do is be factual and be honest and true, and help people. You know that you have to start questioning what's really going on. You have to start questioning what's really happening. And when people are out there making bigoted comments all over the place, insulting my mom, really? Is that how low people are stooping these days? To insult my mother? Pathetic. And doubting my military background? Pathetic. So that's why I am getting the truth out on Operation Hot Musket, because I know that's what, things like this, that's what this is all about. That's what this is about. Get the truth out. I've done my homework. I've done my research. Don't hide behind anything. I'm not hating on anybody. I just want the truth out. Period. End of story. We don't have to choose sides, except for the side of truth. That's what I would hope everybody would do. Question everything. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. That's not what this is about. The fact is to get to stop the defaming. Now they're attacking the Bubba News and everybody. You know, don't attack anybody. What's this? That's the silliness and childishness. Childishness. Period. How old are we again? How old are we? Get the truth out there. Truth. That's all this is about. Face it fearless with the truth.
Now, what you're going to hear is Shauna talk about attacks on different religious sects and things like that, and then she goes into it's a very nice storyline where she leads right into what we did to her, or actually what we did towards Christianity, and I say Christianity because even though I do not claim any religion, I just follow the Father. There are about 99% of the people do claim Christianity. So I'm leaving that in this just respect sake. And she lines out exactly what has taken place. And this is really important for you to hear, because when I do my videos, I'm doing it to get Adam to stop. I'm doing it to get Dex to stop. I'm doing it to get people that find my videos to stop going to his channel because they're tracking you. This is, everything has to do with the Father and Satan, everything. And I'm trying to get you to stop clicking because you're going to be tracked. And it's all about religion. So when I say things about Adam or religion, it is to get him to come to the Father, because he has fallen away. Okay? I haven't tried to attack anybody else in their religion, but you will find that they bring their attacks upon me with religion. I don't attack anybody about their child. I'm just exposing what happened. and they get so triggered by everything that I try to expose, and they call it childish. No, what was childish is what we did to this woman. What is horrific is what we did to this amazing young woman. That was childish, not my videos. My videos are exposing the truth. That's it. I'm exposing the truth, and I'm using any videos I can to do that. And that is triggering people. So if you've already heard all of this before and it's nothing new to you, then go watch a cooking video. Go watch a cat's video. There are a lot of people, if you read my comments, there are a lot of people that are waking up to the truth because of my videos. So I am not going to stop putting my videos out. This might be old news to some of you, but to a lot of people, this is brand new, brand spanking new. And they deserve to hear the truth. But they are taught to hit in the heart, in the places that mean a lot to you, to try and get you to stop.
Okay, let us look into I don't know if you guys were aware, yesterday there was another attack on a Afghanistan church building. I believe it was actually during a wedding. And if I remember correctly, 62 people died and over 100 injured because of their faith. And they were Shiite. So again, this is where we stand with those who are, if those who are getting injured for their faith. I have been attacked for my faith. You want to know, simple as this, where I am Christian. That's it. I am Christian.
That's right, baby.
Christian. We go Christian, Catholic, LDS, all these different people who are Christian are being attacked for their faith of being Christian. Okay? When you look at Shiite and the different tribes of Muslim, people in their own faith, they are Muslim, are being attacked for their different tribes and their different sects of their faith. That is what's going on in the Christian denomination. With me saying, or with me, you guys who knew I was LDS or who didn't know I was LDS, I just simply said I was Christian. But now even those Christians are attacking other Christians. What have we drawn who are we anymore? Who are we? Where
no, I'm sorry.
You can't even live
Shauna,
your life
wait.
as a Christian without another Christian attacking you.
I'm sorry, you're being serious.
Say,
I shouldn't joke around right now. I apologize,
so
Shauna.
You are no longer a good person. What have we become?
Shauna, I apologize that I just did that. I should have been being more serious. I apologize. Don't take me disrespectful. I was just trying to be funny. But guys, listen to what she's saying, because this, I totally feel her, man. I'm with her 100%.
When those who are Muslim are attacking other faiths in their own denomination, or they're not, in their own Muslim faith, they have to attack other tribes in their faith or other denominations in their faith. What have we become? What have we debased ourselves to become? I mean, this is getting ridiculous. Respect one another. That's what this is. That's what this is all about.
So when Shauna here is talking about her faith, LDS, I was the one that told the mods about her faith. I didn't know she was LDS. I had found out during the time of the attacks. I found out she was LDS, and I was really upset because I knew her and her mother were doing Bible study, and when I found out that she was LDS, I was just came from the LDS church, left them, and I was very upset with them because I felt like they lied to me. And the thing is now in all my studying and learning, I've realized that every church has wrong doctrine. Some have good doctrine, some have false doctrine. But at this time, I just left the LDS church when we moved here, and I was very ignorant and ignorant is not a bad word, y'all. If I say somebody is ignorant, go look up the definition. I mean it in the definition of the word, not as a name calling. But I was very ignorant, okay? And the more studying I've done, the more I have learned. But during this time, I got very upset about that, and I was the one that told everybody about that and sent them on the rampage to attack her even further about being LDS and teaching Bible study and not telling people she was LDS. And So for that, Shauna, I'm sorry for that. And I think I apologized for that before, but it doesn't matter how many times I apologize. When I find these videos and I see things that were done to you, I relive it because I know the parts that I played. I don't know everything because I forgot a lot of it, but I was the one that led the attack on the LDS situation with you. And now, after learning so much, and what I have learned is that the Book of Mormon, go read it. It talks about the Mayans. It talks about the people in the ancient days. The Book of Mormon was translated. It was the Popol Vuh. It was the Mayan Bible. And I knew as a child that the Father came to America. I don't know how I knew this, but as a child, a little child, I knew he came to America. I don't know where I heard it. I don't know where I got it from. I just know that as a child growing up, I always knew that he came here. And when you read the Book of Mormon, which is the Mayan Bible, that's all it talks about. It doesn't talk about doctrine or anything like that. It just talks about the people back in that day and how Jesus came here and witnessed to them when he left the disciples. That day he left them. He came to other lands. He came here. So in saying that, the Mayans had buildings of gold. They had pyramids of gold. They had cities of gold. So there's a lot of things I found out. Well, with all the mud floods, how are you going to find anything regarding that era? You're not. Everything's been misplaced because we've had 6 resets. The last one reset all of that. So you wouldn't find anything. The vegetation would be different. The animals would be different. The everything would be different in the Americas, in the land, because of the floods, because of the resets. So when you look at the big picture, I was taken out of the LDS church, and I believe that I was led by the Father to leave the church so that I can go and study for myself and learn the truth, not only of that, but a lot of things, and then come back in full circle to know that the Book of Mormon is true, because it is the Mayan Bible. It does talk about the ancient days. It doesn't talk about us today. It doesn't talk about, all it talks about is Jesus coming to America. That's it. So it's an interesting book to read. You might want to read it. But at this time, this is when Shauna is I led the attacks on that, and I'm so sorry, because I don't know how many people could have benefited from those Bible teachings that Shauna and her mother were giving. And so to you and to your mother, Shauna, I'm so sorry for doing that to you. I was just very ignorant.
And when I go and I talk about Operation Hot Musket, or when I go and I say, this is what I was a part of, this is what happened to me when I was a part of a certain group, this is what I have recognized. I am only on the side.
You gotta respect her for doing
truth,
that.
That we
gotta
respect one
respect
another, that we discover and we question
She was
everything.
truthful.
If you have doubts in
She
your
came
mind,
clean. You gotta
legitimate
respect
doubts,
her
go
for that.
question it.
I got
Go
mad respect for you,
your
Shauna.
research. That's what I did.
I got your
I did
back
my
forever,
research.
Shauna. I got mad
And I
respect
want
for
to show
that.
you my research, but I want you to go and figure it out for yourself. If you have questions about my faith, ask me. Ask me what I believe. People didn't ask. I said I was Christian. If you want to know what I believe, ask. I'm Christian, just like many of you. I teach a Bible study class with my mom. Many of you believe in the Bible. And let's all study it together. Let's all learn about Christ together. And then when you have Muslim faith, a Muslim killing another Muslim, is that what we've become to? Is that where another Christian wants to kill another Christian and put a target on their head? Is that what we've become? This is getting ridiculous. This is awful, awful stuff. We should be united in fighting against sin, not each other. This is really sad. Fighting lies, fighting this lie that we have here, not against each other. I absolutely agree with that. And I don't appreciate anybody calling anybody horrible names and lying about me, saying that I said anything about somebody that I didn't. I never said anything. The truth and love and everything that you said. I don't have followers. People subscribe to the channel. I don't want you to be followers. I want you to question with boldness. No followers here. We are all learning truth.
I get that.
Serenity. See, and he had nothing on her and stooped low. I don't want doxing. No doxing, no vetting. And you're absolutely right. The things that have been said about me, I know the source. Okay, I know the source. I'm not stupid. I know the twisting of truth, which becomes lies. I'm not stupid. And I've even been said to by this person that the secret faith or secret religion. I'm not stupid. Okay.
Right.
So here, when Shauna is talking about lies being told upon her, so what she's talking about is we found out that she was doing Bible study with her mom, and I had just found out she was Mormon. I didn't know this before, and when I found out, I was upset because they're doing Bible teaching, but they're not telling anyone they're Mormon, and a lot of people have issues with that. And I had just left the Mormon church, and I was very upset because I felt I was lied to by them. And so when I found this out, I was really upset with her because I felt that she should have told people that she was a Mormon. And so, speaking to the other mods, I said, hey, she's Mormon and she's teaching, the Bible and blah, blah, blah. And, she should at least tell them the truth. And then everybody went on a rampage about that. So that was my fault. And that's what she's talking about. She's talking about me, I'm pretty sure. Now, in the last 3 years that I have not been in the Marfoogle cult, I've actually have come full circle. And I've been studying a lot and learning a lot. And although I do not believe in the Mormon doctrine, there, as I stated before, all the religions have false doctrine. Some are true, some are fake. Who knows? But during this time, that is not how I put it because I didn't know that. I just left the church and I was very, very angry with the church because I felt like they lied to me. And so when I found out this about Shauna and her mom teaching, yeah, I kind of blew a gasket. I did. And everybody else followed after that. So, when another, mod says that, well, maybe some of the stuff was started from you. Well, that was probably one of the things. Like I said, there's no innocent party here. We're all guilty from one thing or another during the attacks on Shauna. I have not hid this from you. I've been trying to be as truthful as I can to remember every single detail. That is asking too much of somebody. All I can say is that I am sorry for the part that I played. I'm truly sorry. And I'll be sorry for a long time in the part that I played. Another thing she's talking about when she talks about sacred, I've always known my whole life that my Father does nothing in secret. And if you have a temple that not everybody can go into, that is not my Father's house. And everything in there is done in secret. That is my belief, is my belief today, and is what I will always believe. But the Mormon church, they don't call it secret, they call it sacred. It's something that they hold sacred. And that I would buy if they also said that everybody was allowed in there. And if they didn't say that that was God's house, that's where he's going to come. There's a lot of different things, so when I say they do things in secret, in my mind, the way I was raised and what I do know, my Father does nothing in secret. They call it sacred. And that's something we're just going to have to agree to disagree. And again, everybody has their own beliefs. But in saying that, I'm sure back when I told the other mods this, again, it sent everybody on a tangent. I can imagine. Again, I wasn't in there too long before I left. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that were talked about that I was involved in. And that's what this is about. That's what they don't get. See, they're going to come after me saying, you did this and you did. Yeah, that's what this is about. That's what all my videos are about. Exposing the truth. What we did to her. How horrible we were to her. How disgusting we were to her. Me included. There is no innocent party here. We all played our part to attack her. I didn't attack her mother. But when I attacked Shauna, I attacked her mother and her father and her brothers and sisters. Same thing, because they hurt too. So if this is not clear enough for you, well then just come on out with everything that you believe I said, because I don't remember everything. I do remember some. And maybe one day me and Shauna will sit down and we'll talk. But all I can do is remember what I can remember and tell her how sorry I am for the part that I played. But for another mod to call me out on that, hypocrite. You hypocrite. You can't just say, oh, sorry, I hurt you, and leave it at that. I've tried to give detail. I've tried to say the parts that I played. And when I saw this video, I see more that I did wrong. And I am trying my best, my hardest to show her how sorry I am. I am trying so much to repent for everything I remember for the part that I played. So I don't need a hypocrite mod calling me out on anything until you call your own self out. And that goes for all of you mods that are double talking with your split tongue and your reptilian brains. You have no right to speak behind my back anymore. You have no right to judge me for the parts that I play, because I'm the only one coming out with the truth as to what happened to Shauna and what Adam has done and continues to do and continue to use you all. Until you wake up, until you get out of that cult, you have no right to speak about me in the ways that you do. Any of you speaking behind my back, you are all hypocrites. All of you. And shame on you for what you're doing still. I'm floored by everything. I'm floored by all of this, by everything I continue to find out. And Shauna, there's more I'm going to find out that I said or coerced or whatever it was. And all I can keep doing is saying I'm sorry. Because I don't remember it all. My husband died. It's not an excuse, but a lot happened during that time. A lot of emotions were going on during that time. And all I can do is say I'm sorry and hope you believe me. And it's to any mod that wants to attack me or my family, shame on you. Go ahead, do it. If it gets your rocks off, if it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel good, like a good Christian woman or a good Christian man, then by all means, make yourself feel good at my expense. Because I did it at somebody else's expense too. I'm no better. The difference is I'm trying to change and I'm trying to make things right. And you're just trying to be evil. So in a past video, I said that I heard that somebody had audio on me talking bad about Snafu Snaps. And I said back then that, you know, hey, I talked to Snafu about it. And it is what it is. I have said and done things I am not proud of. So if you have information of things that I've done wrong, I'll tell you what I told you back then. All you're going to do is help me. So bring it out. Bring it out, sister. Tell everything about me so that I can repent and tell those people I'm sorry. Because a lot of it I do not remember. But do not think that you can sit there on your video, WV, and threaten me that you have all this information about me. Well, bring it out, sister, because I need to hear it. And I need to repent for the things that I've said and the things that I've done to other people. So if you want to bless me with that and help me out with that, I am welcoming you with open arms to share that information with everybody so that they can hear what I did, so that I can continue to say I'm sorry and continue to repent, because I certainly do want to go through those pearly gates. So I welcome you to spill your guts, sister. Do a video tonight. Spill your guts. Tell everything that you know about me, because I don't remember every single thing that I said or did. But I will welcome anything that you have to say. And if what you have to say is true, I'll apologize and I'll repent. But if what you have to say is a lie, I will expose that too. And I don't need any proof I think my followers, my subs, because of how truthful I've been, I think they'll believe me. So any lies you decide to put in, it doesn't matter because they will believe me. So let's hear it, sister. When I was in Discord, I was just as evil as the rest of them. So when somebody says something like, they don't know the real you, well, the real me was not very nice back then. That I've been clear about that. And I'm trying to make amends about that. The soft-spoken person that you hear in these videos, if I do not put a clear message out and I'm yelling and screaming and cussing, you're not going to listen. The whole point of these videos is to help you understand and listen. But if I'm screaming and yelling and cussing, you're not going to listen. You know, I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I've already shown that I could be nasty and mean. That has already been shown. That's not a secret. That's not something new that anybody is hearing. Unless you're new to these videos. If you're new, then you don't know me. And hearing somebody say that I have a mouth on me and this and that, yeah, well, everybody has a mouth on them. Everybody cusses, and you know, there's very few that do not show their anger or have their bad moments in life. And I certainly had several during the time that I was with Marfoogle. I have not hidden that. I have not lied about it. I've been very open about it. So for someone to call me out about it, it was seriously like, you're just corroborating what I've already said about myself. So you're not exposing anything that I haven't already said. And there have been many times I've had to delete a video and redo it because when I re-listen to it, it is not the way I wanted the message to go through. So I've had to change it. So what you hear is me trying to tell what happened in as clear a voice as I can without anger. Sometimes it's hard. It is. But I'm not trying to be a phony. Go look at my past videos. Look at the dehydrating eggs video. I mean, I'm pretty sarcastic in there. You hear my several different levels of voices, and you know, just to say, you know, that's not the real Lena. This is me. This is me having my composure about me so that I can tell this story in a clear, as calm as I can voice. And that is not easy to do. Nope, not easy at all. But to get you to listen, this is what I have to do. But yeah, just like everybody else, I can cuss just like the rest of them. Yep. I don't know that I did that in Discord. I think that was a little fabricated, you know, remark. But, you know, when somebody's angry, they will say things that are not true and overexpose things that, I mean, seriously, we were all horrible in that Discord room. All of us mods, Adam, Dex, and Lex. That's what we need to look at. But you ask Snafu. There are times we're talking on the phone and I cuss. There's no hiding it. You know, and I'll tell him, oops, sorry. And he'll say, that's all right. You know, it's just, you know, to think that is something that you have over on somebody. I mean, seriously. Anyway, just go watch some of my past videos. My voice is pretty much the same, but sometimes I'm very sarcastic, or I'm, you know, I've already shown that I could be mean. I've already shown that I can cuss. I've already shown that side of me during the time that we attacked Shauna. So putting it out there that, you know, that lane in the videos is not her and whatever all else was said, and you're just corroborating everything that I've been saying. We were all horrible, disgusting humans. And as far as Discord and the mods you know, supporting me, I already said when I would go into Discord, they were all nice and how are you? How you doing? How you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. But before I go in and after I leave, they were back-talking me. Always. They never called me at home. I think I talked to WV once. And that's because I called her. And when me and you talked WV, it wasn't about my husband. I don't even remember what it was about, but it wasn't about my husband. It was something about the arguing or fighting with Shauna or whatever it was. So it wasn't even about my husband. And I talked to Lisa a handful of times. And her and I would go back and forth calling each other for a couple of days, and then we'd go months without speaking. So, so Lisa's had her phone hacked several times. So I can imagine who did that. Dex, do you have any idea who did that? Yeah. So Lisa was always having trouble with her phones. I tried calling Jay once. We talked for a couple minutes. She had to go. So I had no support here at home. If I went into Discord, yeah, I was in lives for hours. But the initial, hey, how are you? How you doing? Lasted about 2 minutes, maybe a minute. And that was it. And I just had it someplace to hang out. But I'm talking about support while I was here at home, when I wasn't on the computer and just needed to talk to somebody, anybody, you know. So, you know, they're right. I would go into Discord and they would talk to me. Of course they would. But before I'd go in and when I'd leave, they would talk about me. TJ Trucker has already explained this, what they would do to me. Snafu Snaps already said what they would do to me. And WV already told me what they would do. So
I was there when LCJC was attacked. I was there when Shauna was attacked. I was there. I never was a mod, but I was involved in meetings with mods that was outside of Adam's mod rooms. I was there when we were randomly talking about let's change our names and go attack these channels when they would go live. And when they would have their channels up, we would go in there and troll the crap out of their comment section. But we attacked Shauna. We were targeting her. We were told she was bad-mouthing Adam. She was trying to take Adam's channel off the internet. I'm here to defend these women that had attacks on them that I know for a fact went down, and they're not telling you stories. LCJC, I was told she was nothing, no good. I was told that she didn't like me. Every time I'm in these group chats, she thought I was a troll. She thought I was a mole. She thought I was somebody that was in there getting information. Which, anybody knows me knows that I am genuinely 100% me. I don't fake for nobody. I do hide my name as far as who I work for, my children. That stuff I keep off the internet because I've seen people get doxxed. I've seen people's address get put out there and all kinds of stuff. I was there when it happened to WV. I was there when it happened to Shauna. LCJC, I was put against her. I was told she didn't like me, that she's, using, and I don't want to go down this road, but I have to tell you guys the truth. I was told that she was using her husband's death to get money from Marfoogle family members, and she wasn't to be trusted. I'm not naming names of who told me that. But that person knows who they are. When that all happened, I cut LCJC out of my circle. I quit speaking to her in chat. I quit when she would be in the group chats. I wouldn't go into them. And when I tell you they had private rooms inside of private rooms inside of private rooms, they had private rooms inside of private rooms inside of private rooms. Okay? All these mods will get on. Back then it was Discord. They would all get in the room in Discord, and they would all turn Adam down, and they would just sit there and watch chat, and they would sit there and talk to each other about what's going on in chat. See what that person's saying? Should we delete it? No, let's see what he says later on. Let give him, give him a warning. Tell him to be nice. Tell him to, this is a friendly channel. We're here to support and uplift each other. This stuff happens. These people get together and they coordinate. And I thought it was cool because it was like professional. And I got invited into these chats to mute my mic and just listen and watch and observe. And I was there, and they knew I was there. So there was no hide, there was no sneaking me in the back corner. We were told, yeah, well, we have to wait in lines like everybody else. That's not true. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is what's being exposed right now is truth. And this is my truth. And you know what? Quite frankly, I don't care if Adam just denounces what I'm saying and says it's fake, says it's a lie. I was there. I was in these private meetings. I was on these phone calls for hours because people were being harassed. I was put against somebody because they didn't like them for some known reason. Because prior to what I was told about LCJC, I thought she was cool. I enjoyed our talks we have online. But in the meantime, things go down behind closed doors that nobody knows about. And back then I can understand why it was being done. Because what I thought about what I was told about Shauna and her whole crew was why we were doing what we were doing was to protect his name, like, because Shauna was this bad individual that, come to find out years later, it wasn't. It wasn't true at all. And it was Adam, the one that was actually creating all of this crap, putting snafu onto people, but then not saying, oh, we don't do that kind of stuff. I don't support attacking other creators. Lies on lies. And people right now are being sucked into these lies because he's at a number where the system can wean out little issues like what's being brought up right now. Try to be pushed under the rug because there's now enough money on the table that they could do stuff with. Back then there wasn't. He had just supposedly quit his job and went fresh into YouTube. Dex out of nowhere just showed up on scene, and once Dex showed up on scene, the entire platform started running smoothly. I couldn't figure it out to the life of me to this day until Snafu exposed what Dex was up to and what he was into and the patents that he had involved in and who he was involved in. When all this went down with WV about 3 years ago, 3.5, it's when I realized my phone call to that channel caused my phone to start having all kinds of issues.
Dex had entered the Marfoogle team before he actually called himself Dex. He was in there as Frogman or something like that in Discord, running Discord. None of us knew who he was. We just knew that he was one that, started doing the phones and stuff. Over a few months, he became Dex, and then because he changed his name to Dex, and then just started running the show pretty much. And phones, Lisa or Hall's phone was hacked at least twice. WV's phone and computer, whatever, they were hacked. Homegrown's computer, phones. These people had to replace their phones and computers many times. And this happened to several people. And these are just the people that have come forward. So Dex invented software for URL tracking, which is your domain name of your channel, website, whatever. And he has 21 patents. He invented the data mining, and that's what they're doing on the channel. They're using all of his patents on Marfoogle's channel. And Dex's real name is Mike Strutton. Or Michael. You can go look him up. Just type in Michael Strutton patents, and they all come up. It's not a secret. It was just a secret to all of us because we didn't know who he was.
Randomly Wi-Fi turning off, turning on. Randomly driving down the road, my phone's on the dashboard on a magnet mount with my maps in front of me, and the drop bar would drop down like you would take your finger and drag your drop bar down. Well, that would drop down and go back up. like, I wasn't putting two and two together when it all started. But after stuff started happening in WV, I realized something happened and when I made that phone call into that show that night, Dex was running the phones then. He was working with Adam, with the channel. I'm here to tell you guys my truth and what I seen, what I experienced. And yeah, I lost my channel back in the Trump days. They took my channel down. I was encouraged by WV and CJ Blaze to create and to put a channel together and to start putting videos out. So CJ knows what happened to WV. CJ's also a very top dog mod for Adam. CJ needs to understand I'm not attacking her, but I do need CJ to step up and defend her friends. Unless it's all about the money for you too.
So I sponsored CJ Blaze to come in at the time that Shauna was pretty much pushed out of the Marfoogle team by Dex mostly, and Adam, because she would not go along with the data mining and she would not take the millions of dollars that were offered to her, or however much it was going to be. She walked away from all of it because she is a true American and she has honor and integrity. But when they pushed her out, Adam had all of us pick somebody who we would sponsor to come in to be a mod that he could trust. And I had, seen CJ in the chat many times. She always seemed nice enough. And however, I did not know how culted up she already was. And I didn't even know how culted up I was. I was blind to it as well. But when I sponsored her in, I could hear from her voice and the things that she would say that I didn't say anything then because I didn't really recognize it as a cult following. But I was somewhat surprised at how quickly she was probably not even quickly, she already was like that. She was very go Marf, and I don't mean like, oh yay go team, I mean like do or die for him, like instantly. And that was not normal to me. I didn't see that as normal because it takes time to make a friendship. It takes time to get to know somebody. But she was in with both feet, tail, and everything. So in saying that, she knew, she found out because I don't know who told her, but she found out that Dex was purchasing people's URLs on their YouTube channels and their domains, web pages and stuff. She found this out, and when she was confronted, well, not confronted really. She told WV, because WV told me this. Now, WV, if you want to go ahead and deny it, just remember you're going to face the Lord one day. But it is what it is. Y'all, listen, I'm not trying to lie on anybody here. I do the least amount of lies one tells. You can't work your way into heaven, but you can sure as heck make your chances a lot bigger by not lying. So, I'm trying to make it into the pearly gates. I have no reason to lie. These are all things I found out after they unmodded me in August. Okay. And I'm not doing this because I was unmodded. I'm doing this because I found out what they did to me and other people. And you need to know, especially the data mining, because that's how they're going to track you. Anyway, CJ Blaze told WV that Dex was purchasing a lot of their URLs. I do not believe he has purchased mine, but that she asked CJ Blaze, doesn't that bother you? And she was like, no, don't bother me at all. CJ Blaze is so culted up, y'all. It's nothing to laugh about. I feel really bad that I brought her in. But now when I started doing my videos, speaking on the mods and everything, CJ Blaze did send WV a text saying, how could you, do this? How can you go against Adam? Blah, 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 whatever. And I don't really know, all the details of the text other than the main body of it was, how can you trust LCJC? She's a horrible person. She started her own GoFundMe after Adam closed hers down and blah, 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 blah. And how horrible I was. And that was the text that she sent to WV because WV read it to me verbatim on a three-way line with Snafu Snaps. So right after that, my videos, I started doing more and more videos, and CJ Blaze did not want to be targeted, which I wasn't targeting her. I'm sharing what's happened in the Marfoogle group, okay? The mods and Adam, Dex, and Lex. But she considered it being targeted because, you know, it is what it is. You did what you did. You played the part that you played, just like me. So as I'm doing these videos and everything, and this occurred, CJ told WV in a text, you know, stop the targets on me. I'm leaving. I'm going to go do my own thing. And I don't want any part of this, and whatever else she said. And we were like, okay, fine. We'll leave her alone as much as possible. And within a week or two, she's back for whatever reason. But this is how hard it is to get out of a cult. So she changed the banner on her website or on her channel, and she took everything Marfoogle off and everything. But then a very short time later, I think a week or two, I don't even think it was a week or two that went by before she's back in there modding for Adam again and back in there. And the only thing that makes any sense is that Adam called her up and said, hey, we're going to pay you. Or Dex called her up and said, hey, we're going to pay you. And she went, woohoo, went right back in. And that wouldn't be hard for somebody that is culted up. To be away for a week or two is nothing. I was away for almost 3 years, you guys. About at least 2.5 for sure. And that's how I got away from it, because of my husband's death. So the only benefit I got from my husband's death, CJ, wasn't that I started my own GoFundMe, because that was a lie. It wasn't that I was trying to scam the Foogle family out of money out of a GoFundMe that y'all started. Nuh-uh. That's not how I gained anything. My husband's death actually got me out of this cult. That was the love that I got from my husband's death. That was the gain I got from my husband's death. That was the profit I got from my husband's death, was to be indoctrinated by staying away because I was mourning his death. And I think that was the plan of the Father. He didn't want me to be in this cult. He didn't want me to be in this group. He knew what it was, obviously. And he got me out. He's done so many amazing things in my life. The list is longer than anybody's disgusting Santa list of the things that my Father's done for me. So when Snafu Snaps is saying that people are culted up, this is exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about these people that they cannot get away from him for whatever reason. And it's a horrible thing. It's a really horrible thing to be in a cult and not even know that you're in one.
I'm out here to encourage people. I'm out here to spread the love of Jesus. I'm out here to teach people about putting the armor of God on every day. I'm out here spreading that kind of love. That's just my personality. I try to be real and genuine 100% to my own hurt. And for this to happen and this to go down the way it went down, I haven't really been a supporter of Adam's for quite a few years now. I just got tired of hearing the same old stuff over and over and over again. I got tired of having to, buy your grounding mat, buy your EMP shield was big. That thing got shoved down your throat every freaking night. CFP, Survival Living. He's been around a long time. He's now he's been into it to make money. That was his whole gig. I mean, people that want to get on this and create to make money, by all means, do you. I support you being you. I support anybody that wants to support themselves separate from having to steal from people. I'll support you all day long. But I will not support a thief, and I will not support a liar. I will forgive. That is a given. I will forgive. I can't speak for everybody, Adam, Dex. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. And as far as being around for a long time and investing a lot of my time into your channel, into your followers, into making friendships. I did that for me. But as far as following you, that stopped. Now, when I was pit against LCJC, I got a sour taste in my mouth. Now I find out you took money, and Jay Stone is the one that told everybody about it. Now we got a bigger problem, Adam, because now you're a thief and a liar, and you think keeping on with your lies is going to do anything for you. You will come to answer for what you've done. God will hold you accountable for who you hurt. These aren't my words. The words are in the Bible. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I shall repay. God will take care of you. If you don't come clean on what you did, you will be handled and you will be dealt with. And Lord have mercy on your soul if something happens and you have to stand before God because somebody gave to your program and lost a lot of stuff over it and lost their faith because of something that they invested in. You answer for that soul and however many other souls.
Now, one might say, you know, why are you playing TJ Trucker's video again? You already played it in another video. And why are you talking about CJ Blaze? You put that in a different video. I've done many videos, but there are new people coming in that are seeing these videos right now for the first time. And in order for them to go back and look at all the videos back in August with the first one with Marfoogle's name on it and watch forward, they need to understand basically what's going on. And that was mentioned to me that, you know, new people coming in, they're just kind of lost. And I can see that. So I'm trying to, every now and then in my videos, add those videos in these so that people understand that it's a bigger picture than just the video they're looking at, and to go back and watch all the videos so that they can be current, up to date as to everything that transpired and occurred during all this time. So for those of you that have an issue with that don't want to rehash it, don't want to relive it, don't want to rewatch it, then leave my channel. It's not for you. Go watch a cooking video, like I said. But for those of you that are new to this, that have never heard any of this, I encourage you to watch. I encourage you to go back to August, find the first Marfoogle video in August, and watch forward. I'm going to be doing a marathon. I will put that date out. I'm not sure what date it's going to be. I'm going to do a marathon showing every single video in the order that I put them out so that you can be up to date with everything that's transpired. And it's very important, especially to new people, especially to old people as well, but new people, so that you do not go and click on his channel. It is very important that you do not do that. And if you have, don't do it anymore. Every click, everything you say, I don't even know. Maybe even after you go in there, it's too late. I don't really know how it works. So I just pray that people come and find me before they find him. So when you hear anybody say, this is childish, this is evil, get over it, and all that, that is the mind of somebody that was in an occult and still is in an occult mind frame. And that is not to be mean or negative. If you just listen to my videos and what I'm trying to tell you, I am not being childish. I am not trying to hurt anybody. I'm trying to expose the truth of what this channel is, the Marfoogle TV and News channel is. And then if you go and listen to their videos, it's hateful, it's evil. The look on the face, the hatred and the evil on and the attacking and going after my children, and just, you can see the difference as to who's following the Father and who is not following the Father. Now, I'm not saying I'm right in everything I do, and I'm not saying that I'm holier than thou, because God knows I am far from making it through them pearly gates, but I am trying to diminish as much sin out of my life as possible. So, in saying that, watch the rest of the video, and I hope you share it so that other people do not click on his channel. So, again, corroborating exactly what I've been saying. They would lie to my face. and talk about me. Nobody called me at home to support me, to talk to me. And they don't have to. It was my issue. It was my husband's death. It was something I had to go through. Nobody has to call anybody. I'm nobody special. It would have been nice, but that's where Adam comes in. Adam made sure I had no support. He made sure I was abandoned during that time. And I've already said all of this, so why it's, being put back in my face, I don't know. But I mean, maybe they just haven't watched all my videos or something. I don't know. But I've already talked about it.
Exactly.
And
Not
I don't
dumb
want
at
any
all.
doxing or anything to defamatory. I think that's awful.
Exactly, guys. That's what I've been trying to stress to. I mean, I've been telling you guys, but I've been stressing it to the clown that started all this. You have to go back 6 months, and then, because 6 months ago is when I became a YouTuber.
You have to go back 3 years and then the 6 months, because these videos were from back then.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye mete, shall be measured to you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how shalt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For every one that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son ask bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask him a fish, will he give him a serpent? If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good gifts unto them that ask him? Therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Enter ye in at the strait gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat, because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. And few there be that find it. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down, and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And everyone who heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell. And great was the fall of it. But I say unto you that ye resist not evil. For whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek,
This woman was taken in adultery, in the very act. Now Moses, in the law, commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou?
Find you there, and if I call your name, will you still hear? Is it too late, or can I start again? Can I begin again?
What sayest
No,
thou?
don't ever let me go. And no,
he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. Where are those thine accusers?
no man, Lord.